What's going on? Jun with the Sushi Man here, and in this video, I'll be teaching you my spicy garlic edamame recipe. It's super easy to make and it's always a crowd pleaser. But I warn you, they are extremely addicting and you're probably going to keep making them over and over again. Not to mention, edamame is very healthy, so you don't have to feel so bad when you devour the whole plate by yourself. And this is another video that's part of my IZAKAYA series where I teach how to make simple, small dishes that go well with beer, sake, or your drink of choice. And if you want to learn more about what an izakaya is, check out my Japanese cabbage salad video with the link in the corner. Alright, without further ado, let's jump right in. So let's go over the ingredients we'll need. First, the edamame of course. And typically it'll come frozen in a bag like this. There's tons of different brands and they're all pretty similar, but try to look for one where you can see the inside. Like this one has this little see-through part right here. And you want to check for any freezer burn, where it's all frosted and the color's turning white. Now, a little bit is fine, since with edamame we only eat the inside, but too much of it means that it's either old or there's a leak in the package. This well-packed brand has always been pretty solid and it's a good one if you can find it, but again, check the package before you buy it. Alright, next we have some salt, about 1 teaspoon. Then we have about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic, which we'll be mincing. And then about 1 tablespoon of oil. I just use something neutral like vegetable or canola, but you can use whatever you have. And also some sesame oil, which we're going to lightly drizzle over the edamame while we're cooking it. And then for our sauce mixture, we have about 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of garlic chili sauce, or you can use sambal chili paste. But if you're using a non-garlic sambal, then I recommend adding another clove or 2 to the minced garlic. And just a note, you can change the amount for any of these ingredients to your liking. If you like spicy things, then add a little more chili sauce, and vice versa. Alright, next we have a little bit of honey. This is about a half teaspoon. And then we have about 1 teaspoon of grated ginger. And I actually didn't have any fresh ginger, so I'm using this pre-grated one that comes in these super convenient tubes. This is a staple in our fridge and I use it all the time. Great time saver. And that's it for the ingredients. Now let's get into our prep. So the first thing we want to do is cook the edamame. And this will depend on the type and brand you have, but just make sure to read the label and follow the directions on there. For mine, I just bring some water to a boil over medium-high heat. And this is about 1.5 quarts. And then I add that teaspoon of salt in here. And while we wait for this to boil, let's mince our garlic and make our sauce. So first we'll start mincing the garlic. And I usually like to cut it down to about this size, if you can see. Okay, and then we'll move this off to the side for now. And then let's mix our ingredients for the sauce. So we have our soy sauce, and then we'll add our garlic chili sauce, and then the honey, and also our grated ginger. And then we'll give this a nice little mix until that honey dissolves. And done! Alright, once the water starts to boil, we dump the frozen edamame in and let it cook for about 4 to 5 minutes. And make sure to stir it every now and then, which will help them cook evenly. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes now, so I'm going to turn this off and go strain it over the sink. And now we're ready to start making our garlic edamame. First, let's heat up our pan over medium-high heat. And once this is warmed up, the actual process is going to be really quick. Since the edamame is already cooked, we're only really cooking the sauce and then mixing it in with the edamame. So just have everything ready and nearby. Alright, the pan's heated up now, so first we're going to add in the oil. Next we'll add the minced garlic. And then we're going to cook this for about 10 to 15 seconds. And be careful not to burn the garlic hair too much. Now we add in the edamame. and then mix it so that the edamame gets all that garlic and oil around it. And this should only take about 30 seconds or so. Oops, man down. Now we add in the sauce. And then we'll give this a nice stir again. Now lastly, we'll drizzle a little bit of that sesame oil in there. And then one last mix. Alright, now I'm going to transfer this over to my bowl here. And look at that. And man, I know you can't smell this right now, but it smells so good. Gets me hungry every time. And you can't beat how easy this is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love just regular salted edamame, which is obviously easier to make. But when you want that extra flavor and spice, this is the way to go. Now for my drink pairing recommendation, you cannot go wrong with some ice cold beer. Preferably a crisp Japanese lager like Sapporo, Kirin, or Asahi. But it can go well with any type of lighter beer really. If you're not a beer drinker though, try it with some Japanese sake. I recommend a regular junmai or a honjozo that's a little drier. Or you can do something sweeter like a nigorizake, which will balance out that spiciness. But regardless of what you're drinking, the important part is to have fun and enjoy this little meal. So definitely try it out next time you're with family, friends, or your dog, and let me know in the comments how it goes. And if you enjoy these recipes and like the way I teach, be sure to check out my book, How to Make Sushi at Home, a fundamental guide for beginners and beyond. I take you step by step on how to make sushi, not just at home, but at a professional level. So if you've always wanted to make sushi at home, but were too intimidated, or a sushi chef in training, this book will definitely help you. I'll have links below for those that are interested. And now that you know how to make this spicy garlic edamame deliciousness, pair it with some of those Japanese sake I told you about, which you can learn more with this video right over here. Alright, that's it from me. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Kanpai!